Man. Well, in case you missed it,
ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Sending this one out to my city and my team.
well, you know, around this time, every time I play this song, there's only one thing that's about to approach, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the NBA.
It's that time for another playoffs! Another playoffs! The song that made Jim Moore famous, gentlemen. What is that word, champion?
Survival.
Playoffs! 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 We talking about playoffs! 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 Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Another playoffs! Another playoff approaching. Oh, shout out to Go James, what he did today. Oh, Lord Jesus. Shout out to Go James. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to a special Easter Happy Resurrection Sunday to everybody. Thank you for being on this Resurrection Sunday. Welcome to the Chefrazzi Report. The brothers, they wanted us to go on because we have some shit to talk about tonight. So I say, why not do it twice in 1 week? I do it for y'all. So here we are. Lone Wolf, last couple of days, how was the university coming along?
Well, Diamondbacks covered me real good. Thank you, Diamondbacks. It was that plus money too.
Good job. Lone Wolf University, keep on with them, Lone Wolf. El Champion, good evening. You saw some NBA today. I will assume you did. I know you got some shit to talk about. Me too, because there is a
Talk about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, that. And I usually don't do this, but there is a donkey that did some shit today in the NBA.
Oh, I know one.
There is a donkey of the day that I want to share with everybody, because this donkey of the day may have just cost his team a playoff berth.
Hold on a second. We're talking about the dummy of the day.
Yeah. Dummy, donkey, jackass, whichever one you want to call it. He the jackass.
I'm going to get my Eli Drake ready.
Yep, do that. So, well, before we even start talking about that word, El Champion, can you say that word again, please, for the people? That word, before we start talking about that. Before we start talking about.
Oh, no, I can't even say that right now, but go ahead.
Before we start talking about the playoffs,
yeah,
we are going to talk about what just happened an hour ago. And I want everybody's opinion. OBJ has been around the free agent market, and OBJ decided that he was going to sign a 1-year deal to the Baltimore Ravens. Interesting. Your thoughts?
You want it, Rob?
Yeah, I'll take it first. I'll take this one first. Um, honestly, it's still like it's a good signing. We're not gonna lie. It can go, like they said, the contract can go up to 18 million. Of course, with some incentives, of course, it goes on. And also, I'm just looking at it now. It said that the Jets reportedly declined opportunity to match the offer that the Ravens had. So the Jets had a chance to match the offer with the 18 million for 1 year, but they said no. I guess they said they got bigger things to worry about, i.e., Aaron Rodgers. So guess that's one of the wish lists that he ain't gonna be getting. But hey, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
whiny baby wanted that.
Yeah. So with that, I think it's a good move for the Ravens because no matter what, they never had a wide receiver like this at all. So this is a plus for them. The question the question now is the fact that did this give enough for Lamar to come back to either sign long term or just sign the tag? We'll find out. We don't know the real answer to that question just yet, but we're gonna find out within the next few days because the draft is coming up next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, so in 2 weeks they got to figure it. Basically, 2 weeks they got to figure it out. I think this is a good start for them. Especially in the wide receiver core. I think they knew they needed a guy. They needed a guy to be that guy for the Ravens, even though he might be coming off of a double ACL surgery. We'll see how he looks right now. When we saw him, it looked like he still move. He can still do lateral movements. He still has the quickness that hasn't left yet. We're gonna see once he put the pads on and actually get on the field and actually take some real hits. But for right now, I think it's a good move for them. Is it enough to entice Lamar to come back to Baltimore? We'll see. Me personally, I think it's enough for him to sign the tag. That's just me. I think it's enough just to sign the tag. It ain't enough to sign long term. But if you're telling me if he wants to sign the tag just to try it out for 1 year, because OBJ is only playing for 1 year, sure.
I agree with you, but I'm gonna kick it up a notch. I think because DeAndre Hopkins is still up on the trade block, that could come fittable. Trade DeAndre Hopkins, not trade to get DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, I don't know, maybe Rashad Bateman, maybe a good move to trade him. And the reason,
Honestly, I keep Bateman because that's a terrible. That will be the offensive weapon. The weapons he will need to make it
yeah.
work.
The problem I got with Bateman is his last 2 years he can't stay healthy. He
Yup.
hasn't played a full season, and that's the kill shot. But I think it's a good move for the Ravens organization for that dude to sign OBJ to make it press with Lamar Jackson until that. So let me put it this way: I'm sending a message saying that that's good for them, but I'm not impressed. And the reason why I said that is because I'm not impressed because they still missing priority one, and that is get the Lamar Jackson signed.
Yeah.
Getting OBJ signed, cool. But getting Lamar Jackson's priority one. Until that dude signs Lamar Jackson, that dude is going to be on my crosshairs. And hold on 1 second.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah, I dig it that. I dig it that.
I like
for the people that don't know what he said something that FCC Airways we cannot say. Oh,
Now, before you keep going, before you go, Chef. Now, the only thing I would have a problem with, like you said, with the Bateman deal, I would keep Bateman just because of the fact that they're only asking for a second-round pick, and they got that. If all they want is a second-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins, I will be all over that. I know now the only thing that will probably stop it is the fact that he still has a high contract because of the money that he got Arizona. That part you might have to wiggle around, especially if you're trying to get Lamar Jackson to sign long term. But if, like I said, if we're keeping him just for a year, if we're keeping Lamar for a year and then work things out with DeAndre Hopkins, and if it doesn't work out, you can go into the draft, find you the quarterback you want. You still have the pieces. You're not really losing that much. Granted, yeah, you'll lose the quarterback, but I think you'll be better starting over, knowing that you gave this a shot, and then not knowing that you did this and you didn't do nothing at all and never gave it a chance, and let Lamar Jackson walk out the door for nothing. I think that's stupid.
Go ahead.
Okay. Here's my opinion. Both of you kind of touch on it. I ain't impressed. Period. Yeah, y'all looking at me crazy. I'm not impressed.
I'm not.
No, we're all in the same boat. We like it, but we're not impressed.
I ain't impressed, period, and here's why. Number one, Lone Wolf, you said it. What am I at? Y'all ain't sign the man. Y'all gonna try and give this man a franchise tag that he ain't going to sign. He ain't signing shit. Sorry, but he ain't signing it. OBJ, he's not a number one receiver no more. The man just tore knee 2 times. There ain't no number one receiver. At best, the man a number 2. The man still need a number one receiver. Rashad Bateman in it because Lone Wolf said it again. He can't keep his ass on the field. DeAndre Hopkins out there. No, that's a number one receiver. He's still proving.
Even at 30, he still go.
He only had one huge problem in his life. And that's he got in trouble for taking that for the damn PED that he went ahead and took, and he got suspended for 6 games. That's the only thing that man like.
That was all before he even knew that the PED was even on the radar for him not to have it.
Any other than that, that man is still a number one receiver.
Best hands in the business.
Still productive. Hands next to Larry Fitzgerald. God rest his God give him a Hall of Fame career, and he learned from the best. He out there, he want to be with a championship contender. Lamar need weapons. Go sign the man. Think about it. DeAndre Hopkins and OBJ.
And look, and Mark Andrews.
Yep.
With Dobbins.
With J.K. Dobbins.
And Gus Edwards.
Yeah, and Gus. With Isaiah Likely.
They got look. I'm telling you now. With that roster, they gonna give Cincinnati a run for his money.
Exactly my point. So until you get that man that's supposed to be running your franchise, I am not impressed. Number one priority still out there, and until you do that, we ain't happy.
Right now, you just got the starter kit. You ain't even in advanced mode yet.
They even got a starter kit. They got the jumper cables. They still need a battery. The battery dead. Now, as we Rob, can you give me that word that Jim Mora got famous for?
Yeah. I'm talking about a little old this.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
That one. So, before we get to the actual meat of what we want to talk about, I gonna give this man here a chance to speak. So, Lone Wolf. Yes,
go ahead.
You are on the spotlight. I put you on the spotlight because you are the NHL expert. So, I got you on the spotlight here. you must tell the people and explain to them what is going on in the land of the NHL.
Well, let me go ahead and get...
Rob, as you know, there's a team out there made history.
And they're about to be next 12 minutes, they are.
Well, Lone Wolf, the Stanley Cup is up for grabs starting next week. Am I correct?
That is correct. A few days from now, yes.
Well, I'll say this week, yes. So give us the landscape of the NHL playoffs.
Right now, as far as concerned, the Bruins, the Maple Leafs, and the Lightning locked in. Well, we now know that Toronto and Tampa Bay will face each other in the first round. So, as right now, the Metropolitan Division is still up for grab because people can still got 2 or 3 games left between Carolina, New Jersey, and the Rangers. So we don't know where the match is going to be at. In the East wild card, right now, Pittsburgh is the only one looking on the outside, looking in by 1 point. And if this happens, if this stands, this will be the first time in history that both Ovechkin and Crosby will not be in the postseason.
What?
Yep. If it stands as is today, both Ovechkin and Crosby will not be in the postseason. That's the East. In the West, it's a battle for the Central between Colorado and Dallas at 102. Minnesota rearing up at 100. So it's too close to call. Vegas, Edmonton, the same thing Pacific. Vegas, Edmonton, and Los Angeles is too close to call because of the game. Well, now it's down to Edmonton and Vegas because Los Angeles will be locked in a 3 seed and Seattle will be locked in the wild card. But I think they might have a chance to get up in the Pacific with Winnipeg at 91. Nashville and Calgary on the outside looking in. And to me, if I'm going to ask who's not going to make the postseason in that side, I'm going to say Winnipeg going to stay right. Winnipeg is iffy because they've been inconsistent. And Calgary, I can't trust, so it's a toss-up. But as right now, this may open the door for Nashville, but they may get their ass whipped first round.
They always do.
So that is too close to call. As of right now, there's no set date. There's no set playoff except for Toronto and Tampa Bay as of right now. And Colorado is still in. They're the defending champion.
The interesting that you just said and explained that whole landscape is you said that 2 future Hall of Famers is not going to possibly be in the postseason.
Yes, as right now, Pittsburgh is outside. Pittsburgh, Washington's going to be for postseason contention. Pittsburgh is only 1 point out, but both Florida, the Islanders, and the Penguins got 2 games left, which means it'll come down towards the end.
In other words, Pittsburgh has a lot of help in order to get in.
So as of right now, the only thing that's going to help the Penguins, they got to win. They got to outwin both their games and hope Florida or the Islanders drop. Because what's going to kill the Penguins is the ROW. Will kill the Penguins in the tiebreaker. Right now, Florida and the Islanders has a better ROW than the Penguins.
And explain to the people what the ROW is.
ROW means regulation over wins. How many wins they got on regulations? Meaning of the word, not a tie. You got 60 minutes, you got to play. And you got to win outright. Not just
instead of going into overtime and a shootout.
Instead of going overtime and a shootout.
Yeah. Right. And
the Penguins has been in a lot of penalty games and overtime games more than anybody.
you know how many times they've been in overtime? 10.
Damn!
10.
That's probably one of the higher ones out of everybody.
Yeah.
Now the highest one on the East is actually the Flyers at 13.
Oh, Philly.
Wait a minute, there's more. Hold on a second. Who's the highest NHL league? The highest actually in the NHL league is actually 16, which is held by both San Jose and Calgary.
I can believe it with Calgary because Calgary being a lot of big, like a lot of games where you have a lot of scores.
Well, Calgary at home standing is like iffy, and ever since they lost a couple key pieces like Johnny Gaudreau and Matt Tkachuk, that's not the same Calgary. Sure, you picked up Najee Kadri from the Avalanche to help you, but how far can you go with that? And as long as number 97 is lurking, because I think, to be honest with you, Edmonton might win, might come out the West. The way they play
against Connor McDavid after what he did last night.
He gave San Jose and the crew the dick. So the landscape in both East and West in the wild card is tight. I think it'll come down to the last 2 or 3 games will determine who goes where.
So by the time we get back on by the end of the week, we will find out who all play who.
Yeah. We know that Boston will play the worst wild card team. So as of right now, they may play the Islanders first round.
I'll give them that. I'll give them that one. They'll beat them up. There might be a sweep, might go gentlemen. I'll take that one. I'll take that after. But thank you. Thank you for giving us that great landscape. Because that means by the end of the week, we'll find out who I'll play who in the NHL. But y'all know why we here tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Time to hit what we like to call the basketball court. So, the NBA season is officially over. God bless it. Great NBA regular season. But it's time to really, really get to the nitty-gritty. To get why we here. Since February, we played this song. And now we're back again.
To my city and my team.
But now we have a play-in. So y'all want to discuss play-in or play-off?
Oh, let's get to the play-in. I've been wanting to hear about this first. This play-in is going to be very interesting.
Well, so do y'all want to talk about the play-in in the East? Or y'all want to talk about the play-in in the West?
Give me the East. I want to save the West for later.
Yeah, let's go East. Let's go. Let's stay on the East Coast. Surprisingly, these two games are actually on the East side. It's intriguing because these two teams, these 4 teams, they're kind of even with each other throughout the entire season.
Okay. So, in the East, in one matchup, we have the Miami Heat, the 7th seed, going against Trae Young and DeJounte Murray in the Atlanta Hawks, for the right to become the 7th seed. And unfortunately, whoever wins this game, guess who they get for breakfast in the first round?
The Celtics.
So, give me your spill on the 7-8 matchup.
All right, I'll kick it off. This matchup is ugly. I mean, ugly with a capital U.
How you figure? Why you say that?
Well, this is why it is. Both over the season, both these teams were up and down. And the Heat to me was a disappointer than the Hawks. To be honest with you. Even though the Hawks fired their coach and now they're playing, but to me, I think Trae Young needed some help a little bit more. And with Eric Spoelstra, who's been in this atmosphere before, it's not his first time before. He's been in this situation before. He's been in the finals before. So this is not his first barbecue. With that being said, I think the Heat will take this game and take the game 7 seed to meet with Boston. That's what's going to happen because I believe their transition, their up and down transition. The minute you don't get back in time, they'll run up and down the court. Also, they're also the last 9 games or 10 games, their 3-point shooting has been improving. And that's scary. So I think the Heat will win this game and take the 7th seed.
All right. This game is actually is interesting because of the fact that the Hawks and the Heat this season, Miami has beat them 3 times to 1. But with those 3 wins, they won by 2, they won by 8, and they won. They won by 2, they won by 8, and they won by 8. The only time they lost to them, they lost by 8.
Not less than 10
No matter
points.
what, these 2 teams, they're kind of similar, but the difference will be, I will hate to say this, is the battle of the coaches. I love Quinn Snyder. I like what he's done with this roster, getting them back into shape because at one point we thought the Hawks were dead completely.
Me too.
And a coaching change happened, and it looks like the spirit of the team came with it, and they got back to 500. Now, I know he said the Heat are disappointing, but the Hawks are just more disappointing than the Heat.
I agree with you.
Yeah, we kind of picked the Hawks to not be in the play-in. We kind of had them right in the thick of it in the playoffs because we all thought the East would be a little bit more competitive than it is, which it ended up still being that way near the end. But that beginning to middle, it won't looking like that at all. I was like, oh my God, the East gonna look like a whole trash all over again. But I will give it to the Heat because they're at home. I don't like to doubt Miami at home unless they're playing somebody extremely inferior, which they will. But for the most part, I will take the Heat. I think, like you said, their shooting has improved. They got the bodies to slow down Trae Young. I ain't saying they're gonna stop him, but they can slow him down enough. And as my wife likes to call him, Uncle Jimmy is gonna have his motor running on high. Especially he didn't had a couple of days. He's gonna have a couple of more days off because he didn't play today, and now he ain't gonna play again until Tuesday. So his motor is gonna be on high. So I will give it to the Heat. I think they'll have the 7th seed. And whoever wins that 9-10 matchup, which I know we're going to talk about, you're going to have a hard time playing against the Hawks.
Okay. So My transition from the NFL to the NBA wasn't too hard to really analyze and look, because from the beginning of the season, one thing I have analyzed about the Atlanta Hawks, which I would agree with me, is the fact that Trae Young turns the ball over still at a high rate.
And yet the crazy thing about it is he turns it over at a high rate and then turns around, leads the league in total assists.
Yeah. And the
God.
one thing that disappointed me this year with Trae Young is also he has not shot the three ball very well at all either. Which he, back in college, if y'all remember, back in Oklahoma, the three ball for him was very easily efficient.
Not just college. What was it? The pandemic year.
Yes.
Right before right when we came back, right when we started having fans over. That man was averaging a 40% 3-point clip and took the team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes. So my thing is, why are you still looking like you don't know how to shoot a three? And you're the point guard. And you still turn the ball over. And one thing I know about Miami is Miami can play defense. And one thing I know about Miami is they are very championship pedigree, because they have a championship pedigree coach. And I will take it a step further with you guys, which we will talk about a little tiny bit. Boston, be on the lookout for Miami. Remember when Miami faced you last year in the playoffs?
In the finals.
Eastern Conference Finals. Them boys did not let up. It took y'all 7 games to take them out.
And a Jimmy Butler miss that could have sealed the deal.
A miss that, oh my God, I felt so bad for him because they had looked so good. Boston, be on the lookout, because Miami is not forget. They are coming for you. And Boston, you have games where you sling to far back. And Jason Tatum, you ain't been shooting the three ball real well either lately too.
Yeah, and turning the ball over too.
That too.
Choke City.
So don't let, hey, last year you were in the NBA Finals. Don't be a first round exit this year. Because one thing I know about Miami can beat you in Boston. I've seen it. So, Miami, 7 seed, cheers to you.
Oh yeah, by the way, fun fact. If this happens, this will be the 3rd straight year that they face each other in the playoffs. 2 of them was in the Eastern Conference Final.
Bro, somebody gotta be fighting for the 8th seed. But they gotta go in 2 rounds to get to that point. So this one, honestly, is probably one of the most interesting matchups.
Oh God.
The Toronto Raptors against the Chicago Bulls. Oh, what you? Oh Lord, I know. He take off his glasses. I understand, bro. I understand you're feeling pain. Me too. I feel it too. And here's why we are looking like that. Because both teams are horrible. Fred VanVleet, there is an APB out for you.
Yes,
you agree with me? Y'all agree with me? APB out for Fred VanVleet? I have not seen that man ever since.
I see more Pascal Siakam Yeah, I see Fran Van Fleet.
I see
I
OG.
know
I see OG Anobi more than Fred Van Fleet.
I was about to say I got 2 APBs out.
Well, I'll let you get to that point, but I'll discuss it a little bit further. I'll discuss the landscape of this picture. But we got the Chicago Bulls, where, Lord, their defense is horrid. They are one of the worst defensive teams in the league. But yet they can score. But they have games where they be like, wait, y'all only scored 80 points? But y'all got at least 3-4 people that can score at least 20 points on the team? And you got Patrick Beverly that's supposed to be a defensive pest, but he looking like a defensive. Oh, God. Oh. So now they got to face each other for the right to go against the loser of basically Atlanta. What y'all got in this? Oh. Yeah, I could take it. Oh, somebody take it. Oh.
I'll take it. I'll take it. So here's a problem with both these teams. Both these teams cannot score. Chicago is 22nd in scoring, and Toronto is 24th. Let's get that part covered. None of these teams can score. Hell.
Oh, I try to give them credit. I'm sorry.
I know you do, but you know me. The only thing that could give them in the favor of Toronto is the fact that they're 18th in rebounding, which is actually not as bad because as tall as that team is, they should be able to rebound the ball over Chicago. And the fact that they'll be at home, that should give them an edge. My problem with Chicago is the fact that they never addressed that point guard issue that they've had for the past 2 years. I know they got Lonzo Ball, and I thought that in the year one, it looked like it was going to work because Chicago was a top 5 team, and they're top 5 defense, and they were top 5 scoring, and everything looked like it was going that way. And then once he blew that leg out twice, they've never repaired that point guard position. I thought they would put Kobe White there, but Billy Donovan has zero trust in him at all. They just kept him on the bench, and it stayed there. Tried to get Patrick Beverly into the fold. It worked out for like 3 or 4 games, but then it just died when it come to him. But yeah, I have 3 APBs out for the Toronto Raptors. One belongs to, of course, Mr. FVV himself. Mr. Used to be All-Star, sir. I'm gonna need for you to step up in this because you got 2 rounds to make it to date with the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, not the Sixers, but the Milwaukee Bucks. And I don't think you want that matchup anyway because they need to walk the dog. Yeah. All yeets. All yeet. They say yeets. They're going to walk the dogs out of you. And Giannis going to be ready. Truthfully, Giannis going to be ready for whoever walks through that door. No matter who's the 8 seed, you might as well go ahead and get ready to go home.
Go have your burial service. Burial service come early. You want to come early?
Yeah.
Yeah, funeral service.
But here's the funny part about this matchup. Toronto is 2-1 against them this season.
Fun fact.
What makes it even worse, whoever got to 100 points in this game wins the game. Because the scores were 104 to 113, 111 to 97, and 98 to 104. So none of these teams can score, and whoever cracks to 100 wins. So whoever gets to 100 in that game is going to win. I will want to trust Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan so bad. I really want to trust them. I really do. For one game, can they get hot? Can Vucevic actually play a little bit defense with Patrick Williams, Kobe White, and Patrick Beverly? I really want that to happen, but you're in Toronto, and I think the crazy about it is they do better on the road than they do at home. But I ain't got no faith in Chicago. I want to. I really do, but I ain't got none of it. I'll take Toronto in this game. I think they have the momentum right now. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they're on a winning streak. If I'm not mistaken. think they're like on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. I'm not so certain, but I'm going to roll with Toronto because this will be the one and only home game. Because like I said, I don't think like they have the length to deal with Atlanta. They just don't have the scoring to deal with Atlanta. The scoring of Atlanta is going to be a problem for Toronto or Chicago. I don't see it happening at all. So I'm going to roll with Toronto to win, and I think they'll have a date with the Atlanta Hawks down in Atlanta, and they're going to get whopped.
All the stats you said is correct. And to be honest with you, I don't trust neither one of the team. Let me put it to it in a bet perspective. Do not bet this game on that day.
Stay away.
Just
I would.
trash. It's
I ain't betting that
trash.
shit. Trash, and all over trash.
All over trash. So bear in mind, I like to still be with Toronto. But here's my problem. Pascal needs some supporting cast. Big time. He can't do it by himself.
No.
For Chicago, DeRosa need to step up. Oh, and by the way, the Bruins broke the record.
Yeah, they just beat the Flyers.
They beat the Flyers, which I'm not surprised.
Thank you.
Which I'm not surprised. But furthermore, I look at the roster and the coaching. It's so ugly, but I'm going to take the Bulls to win this game. I am going to take the Bulls to win this game. And the reason why is Van Fleet has been missing. It's like a milk carton. Have you seen me? Call this number. I think the Bulls will win this game, but Atlanta is going to be waiting on them. No, you know what? Fuck that. I think the Bulls can win this game, and I think the Bulls going to get the 8th seed. And then Milwaukee will present them with this.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I always like to promote our number one fight sponsor. You know, sometimes El Champion don't like to see it, and sometimes he don't want to see it. But it always have to happen in some instances, like this one. Whoever have to go ahead and face Atlanta, they might have to end up getting that good old treatment of olive oil ready. For whoever end up becoming the 8th seed, it doesn't matter. Just have it ready when you go take your trip to Milwaukee. For the next week, you will experience nothing but hardcore, old-fashioned beating.
In other words, you'll be getting one of these. With a very intense of.
And this.
They're gonna need it after. So we got the one playing on the Eastern Conference out the way. Time to go to the interesting West Side. So 9 and 10.
Please, let's start there. And
Okay.
before we even get to the actual matchup, please let's get to the good part.
Yes. Let's get to the good part.
9-10 matchup?
Yep.
Before the 9-10, let's talk about one of these teams in the matchup.
Well,
Because it fits to why we have to talk about this matchup.
Well, the Thunder, very good team this year. To me, exceeded expectations. What people thought they were going to be trash. Lies they told the public. Because SGA has been averaging 30 points a game, keeping them afloat. But for the New Orleans Pelicans,
Thank you.
What
New
a
Orleans, shame in the world, bro.
How about
They were
awful?
one of the they was at one point of the season the number 1 seed.
How about awful?
Y'all want to talk about one of the most disappointing teams of the year? This might be one of them right here.
Definitely top 3.
Yep.
Zion Williamson can't stay healthy again to save his life. Y'all know, fun fact, that this man for his whole career in the NBA has missed over 65% of his games.
And he just got a bag.
And he started. I know this. Go ahead.
And he just got a bag. That's what makes it worse.
And Brandon Ingram, he looked like he could have had promise, but he was looking, and then he had. Also, I ain't impressed with him this year.
Had an injury, but he truthfully kept him afloat. Him and CJ.
Yeah.
Oh, CJ, I ain't got no problem with CJ. CJ been doing CJ like things. The person that I'm impressed with in this New Orleans team is Mr. Trey Murphy.
Yeah, definite.
I am impressed.
Yes.
I am impressed with Trey Murphy because Trey Murphy has been shooting the 3 ball like he damn near Steph Curry like. I am impressed with him. But now they have to face each other, unfortunately, to face the winner of the next matchup that I cannot wait to talk about personally.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to talk about the next matchup. We're going to talk about this one. This one will have the right to face the winner of this guy.
Oh, go.
Yeah, the winner will have to face the. I ain't saying anything. I just put it out there. By the way, that guy. By the way, that guy. I got some huge compliments to talk about this guy in the next segment. If y'all watch if y'all watch the next game, watch the game today, y'all know why I'm happy with what that man did. But we'll go on and talk about this 9-10 matchup. Lone Wolf, since you've been wanting to talk about this matchup, take it away. What you got?
It's another matchup of who's. Yes, Zion can't stay healthy. He's starting to remind me of Greg Oden.
He's a better Greg Oden. Greg Oden couldn't average 20 in his sleep.
No, what I mean by that is health-wise. Can't stay on the court.
You know what he reminds? You know what he's starting to remind you of? The guy that got took over. The guy that got picked before Michael Jordan.
You talking about Dominique? Not Dominique Wilkins.
We haven't talked about Dominique like that.
Nah, he didn't. No, we should love Dominique Wilkins. Anyway, CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram are the only reason why New Orleans are afloat. Because if it wasn't for them, they'll be on the outside looking in. For OKC, they're a surprise team.
Sam Bowie.
San Louis, thank you. OKC is a surprise team. I'm kind of like, where they come from?
Thank SGA for that.
It went like this.
And Giddy.
And to be honest with you, I like the OKC. I like OKC because did you realize the whole season that OKC was one of the best teams to cover the spread?
Mm-hmm. You better believe it.
They lead the league in covering the spread. So they won't. This OKC team, I say, has some grit.
Lots of it.
It has some resilience. It has, how to put it this way, I refuse to die.
Oh yeah.
So when you play against this OKC team, you're gonna have to kill the OKC.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm going with OKC to beat the New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
What you got, El Champion?
Well, I like the balls in this because I would have never thought that. Well, like I said, like you said, SGA, the All-Star, he kept them afloat with also, we're going to have to talk about a future All-Star, a.k.a. Josh Giddey. I kind of call him Baby Magic because that's what that's what he reminds me of, like a baby magic in the making. Because that boy can pass that rock, and grab the rebound and run the break. Woo. And to make it worse, when Josh Giddey get going scoring, it's a big problem. The guy is 6'8". He's 6'8" and can move like that. I can't wait till Chet Holmgren comes back with this team. Because adding him that's another scorer and that can rebound, that OKC is going to be a problem.
Yeah, they are.
And to make it even worse, the average they are one of the if I'm not mistaken, they are the youngest team in this play-in / playoffs. The average guy on there is 22. 22 years old. They are one of the youngest teams in the National Basketball Association. They're one of the youngest. But here's the kicker about this. They are top 5 in scoring as a team. That's a problem for a team like New Orleans, who's very shaky when playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they're on, though, you can't stop New Orleans playing defense. Let's just call it what it is. When New Orleans play defense very well, nobody can stop New Orleans playing defense. Now, also, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes, they're like one of the top teams in reboundings as well. But this is why I say New Orleans is a problem. They are tied for second with steals. That's because they're like I said, with New Orleans, they're just like Toronto, long and lanky, and they can move. With BI, especially with BI playing the 3, he can play like the 3, the 2, and the 4. So when you got a guy like that, and especially if BI gets going, ain't nobody stopping Brandon Ingram once he gets to that mid-range and shooting 3. Nobody's stopping that. The issue when it comes to the Pelicans within the last few weeks has been CJ. CJ's been having an issue scoring within the last couple of weeks. Maybe because of the fact that they're letting BI control the team now as he being the point forward. BI's assist has gone through the roof. He's been averaging like 6 to 7 assists in the last few games. And then Valanciunas is getting more involved, like you said, and Trey Murphy and Trey Jones. And all these other guys, they're hitting their shots. So I think CJ in playoffs, he will be more efficient. I think because of the fact that New Orleans is at home and they play better at home than they do on the road, I'll take New Orleans to win this game. I'll take them to win this one. It's going to be very close because the one thing about OKC, like you said, you got to kill them. You really got to put your foot in their necks in order for them to not come back. And even when you do, you think you have done that, they still find a way to come back in games. So I'm going to give OKC more credit than it's due. I think this is one of the most surprising teams that nobody expect to make the playoffs, let alone the play-in. I didn't have OKC barely even. They won 40 games this year. I had barely even had them winning 40 games, especially with Chet Holmgren going down. I had no idea that SGA would take this leap this quick. I'd have thought this may be like in 2 years from now he would do something like this. But for him to do this, for Giddey to make a leap, and when they get Chet back, I think they'll be fine. I think this was a surprising year for them because I think if the rumor is true, they said one of the executives in the Western Conference, they'll never name it. They say they wish they'd never won these many games so they can go and get Victor Wembanyama. And I really believe this is the team that they're talking about. I believe they're kind of upset that OKC did so well because now if you're in a play-in, you're not eligible for the lottery, so that cancels them out. So I think this is one of the teams that the executives are like, God, I wish you didn't win so many games because now we could have been in the running for Victor. But now they found some diamonds in the rough, especially with Giddey and SGA. But I just think the experience of BI and CJ, who has been in this play-in and playoff positions before, can take out OKC. It's gonna be closer than you think, but I'll take New Orleans in this situation.
Okay.
For one game, give me New Orleans. In a series, give me 7 games of this. But for one game, give me New Orleans. 1. I don't know about 2, but I'll talk about 1. But let's talk about the next matchup. Oh, by the way,
oh yes.
Can we all? I need you to get my donkey song ready.
Oh, the duck.
I'm ready.
You have it ready on cue?
I'm ready to go.
Ready on cue? Okay, good. Yeah, on cue. Thank you very much.
Then I also got the dummy. Yeah. So go ahead. You got.
No, I got the dummy of the day right here.
Oh yeah.
And if y'all two know what I'm talking about. Okay, well. Before we talk about, you want me?
No. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to say those 2 words. I know you got the evidence.
What?
Oh, I know you got the evidence.
Of
why this person belongs in this category. I know you got the evidence.
What? People, let's talk about LA first, okay? Let's talk about LA first, okay? We're not gonna be disrespectful. Let's talk about LA first.
Okay, go ahead.
Guys, let's talk about LA. Let's be real talk. Did y'all see what Gold James did today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can y'all give the song what they gave him in the locker room? What the noise that his players was giving him in the locker room when he hit that game winner a couple days ago? Bah, 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 bah. And today he did some bad again. Go. Oh, go. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, there's always 3. But why not have 3 when it's always better with 4. Good evening. Hello.
She's probably in the car. There she go.
There you go. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey. How you doing, sis? How you doing? So,
Good evening.
yeah, good evening. How you doing today? How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes. Great. So, whenever you come on, because you always be the last one to come on, God bless you. Don't be no problems. We're going to play the
Speed round.
The NBA version of the speed round of what you think about the play-in tournament.
Oh, Lord.
Ashley.
You only missed 2 games. You're fine. You only missed 2 games.
No. She missed 3 because we just talked about.
Well, we'll get ready to talk about the 3rd, but she only missed 2.
Oh, no,
okay,
let's do it. I am about to talk about the 4th. But
okay, let's do it.
Okay, in the East system, we got the Bulls and the Raptors to play the loser of the Hawks and the Heat. So I'm gonna give you the Hawks and the Heat first. Who you got?
One word.
Nah, I will give you a quick take.
Okay, go ahead.
Hawks and the Heat. Heat.
Yep.
Okay. Raptors, Bulls.
Bulls.
So we're going 2-2. Okay.
Okay. So
below is them.
So now we're stuck with Hawks and Raptors for you. So who you got with that one?
Hawks and Raptors.
That will be the 8th seed. Oh, the Hawks will be the 8th seed for you. Okay.
I really don't see it for Toronto. They've got some working out to do.
Okay, so she going with the Bulls.
I'm going with the Bulls.
And she going with the Heat.
Okay. So in the West, the Pelicans facing the Thunder.
The Pelicans.
All right, so we're all in agreement.
We're all in agreement.
No.
Well, now you're up to date. Here we go.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, we're not. We're not all in agreement. I just thought about it.
Oh, no, we're not.
Hold on. Nope. I just thought about that. Yeah, he ain't. He ain't, unfortunately. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to.
Well, hey, it always time for this. I got it for you.
Oh, it's the pregnant one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the pregnant one in a while. That pregnant one means you crazy.
Sorry. Ooh. I mean, you did it to yourself. Yeah.
He gave you the pregnant one. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. But hey, sis, but you're up to date now, sis. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I got some footage.
I know you do. That's why I know you. That's why I was like, I know you got hard evidence.
Hard evidence. These good for these insane, crazy ass people, Lord. You know what, guys? Y'all know, sis. Hey, sis. Oh, by the way, I found a new way. Instead of just seeing it by phone, we're about to see some footage on the big screen. Yes, I managed to figure out, instead of just using my phone, I have big screen HDMI footage.
Yes, let's do it. Full screen abilities.
Yeah. So this I want to talk about the donkey of the day. Yeah. Can you play that again, please, Mr. Lone Wolf?
Sure.
Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah.
Don't worry, because El Champion got the one thing ready for me on cue.
Ready to
But
go.
don't worry. But I would like for y'all to say those 2 words before I give y'all this lovely old footage of what we had to see today.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Ah, how terrible.
Oh,
Don't worry, I
baby.
gotta get it on cue, guys.
Don't
Gotta
worry.
get it on cue. Oh.
Dave, viewer discretion is advised. So, for the viewing people at home, for what you did not just see, if you cannot see it clearly, that, my friends, is what was it was a timeout that was called by Minnesota, and Minnesota was having a conversation in the huddle. Now, it's very rare that Kyle Anderson is one of the vocal leaders that wanted to speak out in this game, but he felt like he needed to because the team was getting.
Oh, don't worry. Can I give the actual story, actual
Yeah,
receipt?
I was getting ready to. I was getting ready to. Basically, the team was basically getting whipped. Continue.
That means the Lakers and the Clippers will both be in the play-in. I would not be happy about that. I don't want to see New Orleans that badly without Zion. But the Warriors at 5 against Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. Oh, I love it.
But the thing I was trying to talk about is the good for nothing the idiocracy of the Minnesota Timberwolves. After that happened, Mr. McDaniel, you, sir, like my sister would say, sir, hello, you, sir, you, hello. Oh, hold on. Mike, check, 3. Hello, I on? Y'all can hear
You're
me?
on. You're
Yeah.
on.
Sis, you can hear me? Yeah, you can hear
You
me?
in there. You in there.
You hear me? Mr. McDaniel, you good for nothing idiotic jackass had to go punch a wall to break your hand to be basically out for the rest of the NBA season. And as you're a key piece defensively, you're now out for the rest of the postseason because of you being such a idiotic jackass to break your hand. And Rudy Gobert, you too. You, sir. You. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Yeah, you. You. Again. In controversy. Gave Spider-Man COVID. You little careless ass. And notice, trying to fight Kyle Anderson. What is wrong with you?
Who is the most unproblematic person, by the way? Let's just add that.
He's gritty, but he doesn't cause no problems.
He don't usually cause no smoke at all.
Because you don't want the smoke.
True that.
So, I go before El Champion play the song for you two jackasses. I'm gonna give every last one of them their spill on your idiocracy bullshit you had to do tonight. I'm sorry, sis. I had to get this slip out of my mouth. God damn. Oh, God, idiots.
I got a quick comment. Super quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Super quick comment is this. McDaniel, with this hand. I don't know if some people understand what a hand injury when you break your hand, and depending on where you broke it and how you broke it, how detrimental that can be to his career. Depending on how you broke it, how many fractures, in which way, it could be a situation where a simple cast. This might require pins and screws. This could potentially affect his dexterity for the rest of his life. And you use your hands to work. You use your hands to do the job that you do best. You need the precision in your hands to be an NBA baller. But you let your emotions get the best, consume you to the point where you damage the two of the most important things on your body besides your actual body. Your body is your body is your uniform. You need it every day to work. Two of the most important pieces of you being able to do what you do best are the two legs you run on, and the two arms with your hands. And you to go and let your emotions get the best of you to the point you break your hand. And I'm curious to know if it's probably his dominant hand, because most people, when they punch with their dominant hand. So with that said, it was the dumbest thing you could do. This could potentially, we don't know how bad this break is. It could be career changing. Not going to say career ending, but definitely career changing. Because the quality of his game is going to change after this. And I'm done.
As far as Kyle Anderson goes, why you injure yourself beyond me, but I don't want Kyle Anderson. But I want a piece of Rudy Gobert's ass.
Oh, and it was Jalen McDaniels that got the injury. It wasn't Kyle Anderson.
Okay.
Kyle Anderson, what he got punched by Rudy though?
Yeah.
That's what we want to get into.
I want a piece of Rudy Gobert's ass.
Please get into it because I got words for him.
Rudy Gobert, let me inform you something. When the last time you had a 20-point career?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
I know. In your career, your 10 years career, you averaged 12 points and 11 rebounds. Okay? That's your career. You were soft in Utah. And Spider-Man had to pull you out. That and a little bit of Mike Conley. And a little bit of Joe Ingles. Because you were getting bullied by DeAndre Ayton.
And
I remember that clear as day.
And Nurkic. And Anthony Davis, but continue.
And Anthony Davis, yeah.
No, he
was getting bullied by DeAndre Ayton. He was getting abused by Anthony Davis. That's the difference.
Yeah. And by the way, guess who y'all get to see for breakfast?
If you get Anthony Davis, we're about to talk about very soon, and you got sent home by your coach, you may not play that game. And if it wasn't for Carl Anthony Townsend and Anthony Edwards doing his thing, I don't think Minnesota would be in where they are today.
No.
Because KAT came back at the right time.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony Edwards came back at the right time too. But you, Rudy Gobert, this is why you're a dummy. This is why you got ran out of Utah, because of your foolishness.
That part.
Yeah. Now you're in Minnesota stirring up the trouble. Not to mention that you can't guard nobody that's bigger than you. You want to send Carl Anthony Townsend to do the job. Hell, Carl Anthony Townsend is scoring. He can score. And KAT can score 27 and 10 in his sleep. Rudy, when you gonna step up? You're thing you're good at is defense and rebound. When you gonna start scoring? Instead of you punching your teammate Kyle Anderson, jackass, you should have been scoring. You should be putting up buckets. Take the pressure off of KAT and Anthony Edwards. But no, you want to punch Kyle Anderson. And Kyle Anderson, when a person punch you, fight back. Teammate or no teammate. Whoop his ass. Because that's what happened to Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. And Jordan Poole did whoop his ass.
Whoa. Jordan also got paid. Jordan got paid,
yeah. So it indicated that Draymond on his way out. But that's all right.
I'll get to that later. Go ahead.
Yeah, but right now, Rob, I'm pitching to you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Rudy. A guy who is he's got 6 All-NBA teams. He's a 4-time All-NBA player. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year winner. I remember they gave up 5 first-round draft picks and a few players for Rudy Gobert. Everybody thought that was the most insane trade ever.
I still think it is.
Yeah.
And it's proven to be right. Because 13 points and almost 12 rebounds, that's a normal stat for him.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy who's making $20 million as a center, if this is what I'm getting out of it, like as Shaq would say, if all I got to do is average 13 points and 11 rebounds to make $20 million, sign me up.
I would. Easy money. I'll take that all day.
And when this trade happened, people actually had Minnesota being one of the top 5 teams in the West. So for that, if you want to talk about one of the most disappointing teams in the West, this is one of them. Minnesota had a lot of expectations on their hands.
Yeah, I can say that.
And here's the other part that people forgot. Remember, they just got a new owner. Alex Rodriguez is not playing around when it comes to losing. He does not like losing. Yeah, all that. Yeah, all that. He gets all of that today. And for you to have a disgruntled moment at the end of the season, knowing that you're about to go into the play-in and knowing that you need every emotion and every body that you're going to need to go up against the Lakers, last thing you need to give LeBron that ammo is the fact that you are a disgruntled team. The last thing you need out of this. Now, Mr. McDaniels, I get that you can be upset. I get that you can be frustrated on the bench. I get you can be frustrated at various times. Yeah, it's kind of an up and down season for you guys. You've been very inconsistent, to say the least. But to go and to break your hand at the absolute worst time, when you about to play a play-in game on Tuesday in LA, in a hostile environment, where, by the way, you have not won in LA this entire year when it comes to Lakers. So, for those 2 stupid moments, even though Minnesota beat the Pelicans today, even though it was a great game by both teams, the 2 idiotic moments that could have ruined and could possibly have ruined their season gets this. Very simple.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
Thank you very much.
It's idiotic. I don't get it. Now let's get to the game. Get to the game of these two matchups because this is actually, honestly, out of all the playing games, this is the best one.
Well, Minnesota got to face them. Got to face Gold James after Gold James had 8 threes today. 37 points, I think.
36.
Close enough. Shot 8 threes though, so he snapped.
Oh yeah, hot.
So after LeBron 36, 6 and 6 day, now they gotta go against Minnesota in LA. Winner of that gotta face the Grizz. And by the way, Memphis.
Sluggish.
I know y'all suck. Y'all feel real bad that you ain't gonna have Steven Adams for the rest of the season. So Memphis, just like how Miami faced against Boston, and Boston and Miami last year went to 7 games. Memphis, just remember how AD been playing this year lately. Just remember how AD been playing lately, because every center that has went against AD has been destroying them for breakfast. And by the way, Memphis don't have no interior. So I guess AD gonna be having some fun with y'all in a 7-game series. Just saying. But that's my take. LA should beat Minnesota convincingly.
Now hold on. Hold on. This is where I have to kind of counter that one. I will not say they will beat them easily, because the one thing that the Lakers do have a problem, and it's been a problem all year long, no matter how much we duck and dodge it, we got to address it.
3-point.
When they are cold.
They are cold.
When LeBron don't get going, it's a problem. When AD don't get going, it's a problem. The one thing we do not need to care about and have to worry about is that Anthony Edwards is going to get on. He's going to be the guy. That's going to be a problem for the Lakers, because I like the interior part of the Lakers, but it's that outside part of the Lakers that is a problem. We all know that Anthony Edwards can get 50, 40, 30 easily, especially if he's got Austin Reeves guarding him. The only thing that could possibly help him is the fact that D'Lo knows this team more than anybody else. He was just on this Minnesota team, so he knows how the cadence of Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns can be. Like I said, I don't normally doubt LeBron when it comes to him in playoffs, let alone in play-in games where he's already won. He's 1-0 in playing games. So he knows how to get through that 7th seed. He learned it a couple of years ago when he had to play against the Warriors. So he knows how to get through this hump. I ain't going to say it's going to be a cakewalk, because the one thing about Minnesota and the Lakers, they both can play defense.
I said convincingly. I didn't say a blowout.
Well, not even convincingly. I don't even think it's going to be convincingly. I think it's going to be closer than that. I believe it's going to get down to the wire with these two teams. It's going to get to the point where their best players got to show up at their best moments. And if that's the case, then I will take the Lakers' best players over Minnesota's best players. Even though I like Karl-Anthony Towns and my cousin, Anthony Edwards, we all know he's a walking bucket. Easily. And when Cat gets going, ain't nobody stopping Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't care if you put Anthony Davis on him. Karl-Anthony Towns can get his, and when he gets his, it's over.
Hold on, hold on. And you know his favorite quarter, he is hot, and his favorite quarter is the second quarter. He warms up early.
He warms up real early. But I ain't doubting Goat James. Goat James has, look, I got a button for him. Goat James, he's made it abundantly clear. He's made it abundantly clear. I went home last year. I'm not going home back-to-back years. So for that purpose, and for that purpose alone, he gets this button.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
They'll get the 7th seed and have a date with the famous the famous.
Warriors up in the series 3-1. Upcoming playoff schedule on Thursday. Miami and Philadelphia, Game 6 on ESPN.
They'll have a date. They'll have a date with them in Memphis. And I'm all for Lakers in Memphis.
First of all, kiss my ass, Rudy Gobert.
God, we heard you. That's why you had the mute button.
Well, that's the only part you can get out of that one because I'm trying to be a little more sanctified. But anyway, Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns is going to be the engine for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mike Conley, well, you are unavailable. You've been MIA. But on the other side, D'Angelo Russell, like you said, knows this team. Anthony Davis, when healthy, can put up 30 and 12 in his sleep. And Goat James in big moments, he will shine. That's why I'm gonna call him big match LeBron. But I'm gonna tell you, in the end, yes, the Lakers are gonna win this game. And they'll get a date with this man. Yeah. And Ja Morant, without your buddy Aquaman, you might not survive 7 games against the Lakers. And Dylan Brooks, Shannon Sharp will be at the game too, by the way. You will see him again.
Don't try it now. Don't
I'm telling you now.
Don't try and do what you did. Don't try and do what you did the last time.
No.
Uncle Shay Shay. Leave Uncle Shay Shay alone.
Look, Dylan Brooks, like Ashley said, you are not about that life. You do not want that smoke. Not one bit.
Okay. Ain't he on the suspension block right now?
No, he not on suspension now.
But no,
I said this.
Jump off who?
Dylan.
Ain't he on the tech block?
Dylan's got one more though. Dylan gets one more. He's gonna be suspended
for 2 games.
He's gonna be on the tech block.
Mm-hmm.
So Dylan Brooks, come on, get teed up if you want to. But the Lakers will win this game.
You know they got a history. So if I were Dylan, I keep my cool.
And the Laker fans, don't forget who you are.
So we all got that out the way between play-in.
Yeah, but we got to figure out who's the 8th seed.
Who will it be?
For me, why do I
we got OKC out. Oh, we got OKC out, so it'll be.
Why do I have OKC in my face for some odd reason?
Oh, it'll be. Oh yeah, Pelicans gonna have to play.
Pelicans
gonna have to play the Wolves. So Pelicans Wolves. Who you got for the 8?
I'll
go get first. One game. Give me the Pelicans.
I hate to say I'm riding with that too. I feel like the Pelicans got better chemistry than the T-Wolves right now. You got the Wolves is too injury prone. They still healing up.
And the Wolves look like they don't like each other.
And they don't.
I'm sticking
Team
with
falling apart at the wrong time. Sally don't like it.
No. Everybody want to pick the Pelicans to go to AC. I'm telling you now, I got OKC staring in my face to get the AC.
They're good, but they don't have the experience on their side. The scrappiness this is what we said about Memphis, and look what happened to Memphis. They collapsed under pressure.
Yeah, but this ain't Memphis. This is different. It's like OKC staring in my face at the AC. Now, will they get past Denver? Not likely.
Okay.
The only way they could get past Denver, and let's just say hypothetically that happened, right? Their pace would have to be they would have to force Denver to stay at their pace because Joker can't keep up with that.
Nope.
They would have to run him. They would have to literally run them for freedom and keep that pace so high pace. But those are young guys, and they can do that.
That's why I'm going with OKC to take the 8th spot.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't see neither one of them. I actually see the Wolves taking that 8th spot. Wolves will be at home against the Pelicans. Wolves are better at home than they are on the road. And Anthony Edwards loves to play at home, especially when it's back up against the wall. So I'm going to roll with the Wolves as the 8th spot. I ain't say they won't. That's why I said. That's why I told you with the pump the brakes when it comes to them and the Lakers. It's going to be closer than you expect. I'll take the Lakers. But I would take then at that point, you telling me Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards is not better than CJ and BI? Hell no.
But hold on. But you're also saying that, let's be frank, Cat can't stay healthy to save his life, and CJ and BI's chemistry has been ridiculous the last few weeks.
They have, but in a one-game scenario where everything is on the line and the Timberwolves are at home and they went through this before, I will take the team that has done this before, that's been in the one-and-done situation, than New Orleans, who have not been in a one-and-done situation. And mind you, last year all they had to do was just make it into the 7th spot, and they made it. They made it out of that. This year, if they get to the point, they're going to have to get 2 games out of it. I like what they're doing. I just think that New Orleans was just – if New Orleans had Zion for that game, I will take New Orleans because I believe that size in that game. They're going to – the one thing that Minnesota is going to do, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the NBA. They're going to out-rebound you. It's the question of, can Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns get going at the right time? When it comes to a one-and-done situation with them two, I've seen how they've done this before. I'll take the experience more than I'll take the team that's on the hot streak. I like New Orleans. I think it's just a disappointing year for them because they're going to get bounced out of the play-in, and it's going to suck. But I'll take Minnesota.
Okay. So here's the good news, guys. Here's the good news. And I never told y'all that I was going to do this because I was going to surprise y'all a little bit. The first round of the NBA playoffs basically starts on Saturday. Am I correct? Yes, according to what I'm seeing here. Yeah, starting Saturday. First round. Guess who's off on Saturday? So, in all intensive purposes, we're coming back on Saturday morning to go discuss the first round of the NBA playoffs. Is everybody okay with that?
You at work? I gotta work on I gotta work on Saturday.
Or we can talk about it right now.
Let's talk about it right now.
All right. I'll give the game. Y'all give me the series. Brooklyn, number 6. Philly, number 3. Call it.
Go to hell.
Oh, sorry. You still got to call it, though.
Never bet against my team. Brooklyn.
Sometimes you got to call it like you see it, but hey, speak your mind, man.
Okay, I like the matchup. I think it could go. Like I said, it's between Philly and Brooklyn. I will give Brooklyn 2 games. I'll give them 2 games. They're not going to get a gentleman sweep. 2 games, but they're going to be out 4-2. But it's going to be a fight. I'm going to give Brooklyn more credit than they expected. They're going to get into a fight with Philly. They think they can just walk over Brooklyn and not think like they ain't got a rivalry going.
Fist fight.
Not even just a fist fight.
It's going to be a fist fight.
No, it ain't. There's no fist fight. If Ben Simmons was playing, it will be a fist fight. But Ben is not playing, so we ain't got to worry about no fist fights. We ain't got to worry about no cuffs being thrown. I'm just going to say Brooklyn is going to give them at least 2 games. I'm going to tell you that. One is going to be in Brooklyn. One is going to be in Philly. But Philly is going to find a way to knock them out. But it's going to be tougher than you expect. 6 games.
I like Brooklyn, but Embiid is on another level.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking the Sixers to win the series, but it's going to be in 7.
Oh.
Brooklyn in 7.
Whoa. You saying Brooklyn in 7?
Brooklyn in 7. We ain't
Well, you know, if that happens, then Doc Rivers going to be in another forge of end up being in situations where he blowing series leads again. That's what you're probably going off of.
Yep. So Brooklyn.
That what you said, Brooklyn 7.
Well,
Embiid's on another level, but if the Sixers get a 3-1 lead in the series,
look out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest, and until I see it, I'll give the Sixers in 5. Maybe 6. Not going further than 6. Not further than 6. Now, next matchup. Knicks. Number 5. Or should I say they're number 5, right? Yeah, number 5.
Yes.
Cleveland. Spider-Man and them. Number 4. Another interesting matchup. The team that was trying to get Donovan Mitchell. I blame Mr. Dolan for that old pussy ass, dumb, good for nothing, idiotic. Yep, all of that in the bag of chips. Yep, thank you. So now you have to face a guy that y'all was supposed to get. How y'all see this matchup?
You know what?
Knicks and what?
Knicks in Cleveland.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Carry on.
Oh, I'll go. Kiss my ass, James Dolan. I hope you don't deserve anything. Until your ass gone, the Knicks is not going to go any further. Until then, it's going to be the Cavs in 6. Donovan Mitchell is going to finish your ass at the Garden and put up 40 points.
Well, this is one of the intriguing matchups of the entire playoffs, next to the one we're going to talk about later on. Knicks. Knicks have been very good this year, especially when it comes to their depth on the bench. I think adding Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Isaiah Quickly, who's emerged as one of the good players. I believe he could be sixth man of the year. Against Cleveland, with all these pieces, and now you add a star. Well, normally if you have a star, you normally win the series. I don't know how Julius is going to play because he has not played since the injury. That might be a problem. Jalen Brunson has not played since last week. Might give him enough time to rest up. But RJ, the thing is, I like the bench of the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
The bench of the Knicks are actually better than we expected. It's just that the starters of Cleveland, it could be a little bit slight better than the starters of the Knicks. It's just if the Knicks can put it together for one series, just for one. All they need is one series to put it all together. And you know what? Fuck it.
We are the New York Knicks. 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 Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
I'm gonna roll with the Knicks in 6. Because if they gotta go to 7 in Cleveland, then it's a problem. But I will take Julius. I will take RJ. I will take Jalen Brunson. I'll take Isaiah Quickly. I'll take Obi Toppin. And I'll even take Mitchell Robinson. I'll take that. And Josh Hart. Knicks in 6. Orange and blue skies. Orange and blue skies.
Sis, what you got?
Oh, she's downstairs. Hold on.
Okay, well, you know me? I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Give me the cap. Give me the Cavs in 7.
Knicks and Cavs. Who you got?
Knicks and Cavs.
I got orange and blue skies. Everybody else got Cleveland.
If Spider drops more than 40 in these first 2 games, they ain't making it to 7. That's my only gauge.
So you rolling with Cleveland?
I'm rolling with the Knicks. I am a New Yorker at heart. Both my teams is in it.
Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Well, just like that. Look who's back.
I ain't do all that.
Yes, I am. I did, and you look. It got so bad you put Chef in the dark.
I am a New Yorker. Listen, I don't like too many New York teams. Okay, but I am a Yankee girl, and I love my Brooklyn Nets.
Can't hear you, Chef.
He cussing.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks.
Yes, that's another way of contacting. Yeah, I'm here.
He said we're cussing. He was cussing. He had the cuss button.
Yeah.
2 Cleveland, 2 New York. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we gonna just give it to them. But I'm gauging this. Like I said, I am gauging this on Spider. Like if he drops 40 in these first 2 games, then my opinion is swayed.
Oh, so you're gonna have the right to change your opinion. That's what you
No, there's a contingency. I said the contingency is on this one player. He's going to be the deciding factor in this whole series.
So in other words, the series is fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid for her.
Okay.
He hiding.
No, he ain't hiding. I think he switched from one to the phone. Yeah.
Not entirely. Hold on a minute. All right.
Let's switch back. Here we go.
Yeah. So for her, the series is fluid. It's fluid.
Okay. Back.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear what I said?
She's going with the Knicks.
See, yeah, but here's the problem. For her, the series is fluid.
It's contingent.
It's fluid.
It's fluid.
Yeah,
like Stephen A. Smith is fluid.
It's fluid because she says that if D. Mitch goes for 40 in the first 2 games, they're not going to make it.
Okay. Hold that fluid.
They're going to be intimidated, and they're not going to. They know that they're not going to be able to keep up with it. There's nobody on that team who really can.
Who's going to score for scoring for him? Yeah, it is.
It's spread out though. When you got one player who can drop a solid 40 back to back, he could probably do it.
I know he can drop a solid 40, but who else can go with him?
They can't.
I'm talking about who Cleveland, who can. You're hoping that Garland can at least give you 20. If Garland gives you 20 while he gives you 40, yeah, it's done. But I know the Knicks got at least 3 players this year.
IQ can get
That's what I'm saying.
IQ can get you 30.
3 of them can give you 40.
RJ can give you.
Not RJ. No. Julius.
Hold on.
Jalen and RJ.
That's if he ain't shacked in a fucking fool. Excuse me.
Everybody done dropped one today. It's okay.
And I don't be cussing. That lets you know that he be making me mad.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get to the next series.
Next one. Clippers. Phoenix.
Oh, Clippers and Kings.
And Phoenix. No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Clippers and Phoenix.
Oh, so I'm not going to get to see the Phoenix and Golden State? Damn.
No.
Damn.
But you're going to get to see something else more interesting in the next one I was talking about. We're going to get to this one first.
Cleveland, Clippers, and the Suns.
Yeah.
The Clippers and the Suns?
Yeah. Because the Clippers won.
Let me inform you something. As long as Kevin Durant is lurking in the Phoenix Sun uniform, Suns going to beat them in 6. Suns in 6. I don't trust Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard will get you in the playoffs, yes. I don't trust PG-13 in the playoffs. And Russell Westbrook sometime will turn the ball over.
Suns in 5.
Thank you.
Suns in 5. Suns in 5. They are undefeated when KD was in the starting rotation. They're gonna keep. They're gonna. Look. Don't get me wrong. I got nothing but love for Kawhi and PG.
And PG's good in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he hasn't played. But the problem is PG hasn't played in a month.
I'm gonna one up on you. You know what? I'm gonna one up on you.
I ain't going that crazy. I ain't going full sweep. I'm going general.
Hold on.
I ain't doing that.
Oh yes, I'm doing it.
Oh Lord, no, you ain't. I ain't
I
that
think
crazy.
it's gonna be 1-2, sweep flow 1-2.
He going for a full sweep. I can't do that.
No.
Look, I'm not disrespecting Ty Lue that much. No, I can't do that. Not against Monty Williams. No. Trust me. They're going to get one at home. I'm going to guarantee that. Clippers will get one at home, and that's it.
Russell's gonna have a good walking double game that day. It's gonna be like
Well, what's
18 and 12.
He's gonna have one of those games, but like I said, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, just them two alone against Kawhi and PG
is an 80-point.
I'm about to say that they can both get 40 in their sleep, and it can be a problem. Now, the only thing I would question about when it comes to the Suns is the bench. I just think that the bench of them is kind of it will make it through this round. It ain't gonna make it through the next round. But for this particular round against this particular team, Suns in 5.
Suns in 5 over here.
Suns 5, Suns 5. I got Suns 6. Suns in 5.
We're all right.
Okay, so we're pretty much in agreement for the most part.
5 and 6.
Ain't even passing 6.
I think it's gonna be 2 games. They're gonna get their win, and they're gonna lose the other 2.
So since we ain't gonna get seeing it, so y'all wanted one matchup, but y'all get this one.
I get a secondary matchup, it just is good.
Yeah, actually is a lot better to me, to be honest with you, because it's a former coach that used to play in Golden State, now went ahead and had a team of his own to pretty much be pretty damn good this year. Went from worse to damn near first. Have a very most improved team. Probably coach of the year.
Ain't no probably he is.
So we got Golden State and the Kings.
I know this one.
So what you got?
Reigning champs. As much as I want to put my faith in you, y'all are missing one huge piece. And we just don't know when. Lord, I hope you getting it together over there, bro. We are praying for you on this Resurrection Sunday. And we hope that on Resurrection Sunday, you resurrect back to Golden State. Because if you don't, they going home. And they will light the beam. Beam in 7.
I like that. I like the respect that you get for the Warriors because you think that they're a team that they can get 3 games at home. I agree with that. I believe they can win 3 games at home.
They can't win.
The problem is, can you get that 4th one on the road? I don't know. This has been the most inconsistent team I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen a team that had the 2nd best home record and the 2nd worst road record. I've never seen this before. And normally with this normally don't make the playoffs. But they've done the unthinkable. They made the playoffs as a 6th seed. I've never seen this before. Never seen a team that was so great at home and disturbing on the road. I've never seen this before. Never in my life. And yet you're playing against last year that was the worst team in the league to now they're the 6th best team in the entire NBA. 3rd in the West. Never seen that kind of flip like that before. Actually, I have. Boston was the last team that made this kind of flip. Boston was the last team to make the flip from worst to winning it all. Now, do I want to doubt Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond? I don't. I don't want to. I never underestimate a heart of a champion, let alone one that's defending their crown. Never want to disrespect.
But
this is the one team that could be their kryptonite.
Yep.
They are the number 1 team in scoring. They They are top. They're not even the top. That's the crazy part about it is they're the number one team in scoring, but yet they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. I never understood.
You gotta give something to take something. Some gotta give with them.
I'm just conflicted because these two coaches, they know each other.
So well.
Both teams know each other very
well.
This is the first time this Kings team has been in the playoffs since 2004.
Baby.
Chris Webber
and DeMarcus Cousins didn't even take them to the playoffs.
Nope.
Chris
Mike
Webber
did.
Vlade Divac.
Peja Stojakovic. And ironically enough, one of their head coaches, Doug Christie. The experience when it comes to the playoffs is on the Warrior side. But this Kings team remind me of the Warriors when they first started. Young, don't know no better. Just run and know how to play ball.
And they know how to shoot too.
And they know how to shoot. They got as we call him, Mr. Fourth Quarter. Mr. Fourth Quarter will be locked, loaded, and ready to go. And I'm going to light the beam. I have been on this Kings team. I've said they could be one of the teams that could win the conference. I've said it, I want to say since about the third week of the league when we first started watching. Everybody was like, relax, calm down. Kings has just got a long way to go. And I'm like, it's something about this team that we just got to keep looking out for. And I'm trying to find it. But they have it. I think De'Aaron Fox is getting tired of being snubbed. He wants to be in the conversation of one of the great guards. Sabonis is tired of being snubbed as one of the better bigs in the league. I think he is. He proved this year as an all-star. I believe both these guys deserve to be an all-NBA team this year. And I definitely 100% believe that Mike Brown is the coach of the year. And as a old fable says, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I think Sacramento wants and needs this first round matchup. I will give Sacramento in 6. They're going to win in Golden State and shock the world.
You know what, bro? Give me 2 on that. Give me the Kings in 6. 7. If they take it in 7, you can forget about it, Golden State, because you ain't going to beat it on the road. So.
Kings in 7.
Kings in 7?
Yep. Kings in 7. Too much. I'm going to give the Warriors respect.
2 words for you that's going to decide this series. Keegan Murray. X factor for the Kings. Because if that man don't get going, if Andrew Wiggins is not playing, because mind you, they're not going to play.
Come back out and come back in because you're stuck.
Okay.
He's not, because he's not going to play. But if he gets himself together, if I tell you this much, if Andrew Wiggins is playing, then it's going to 7, and it's going to be the toughest 7 we're going to ever see all year long.
That's a fact.
But I would take the Kings in 6, and this is going to be their first playoff series win since 2003.
So, guys, we will find out the rest of the other matchups later on. So, for right now, we're going to get ready to get out of here because we already done discuss what we need to discuss, because Sunday, when we all come back, we're going to talk about the other half of the NBA first round playoff picture. But for right now,
that and also discuss the NHL matchup.
That too. State of the franchise, that comes back too. We bring that back on Sunday because we gotta talk about the we talked about the AFC and the NFC North. So now we gotta talk about the South. So until then,
AFC South.
Until then, we are out of here for a whole another 6 days. And we'll see what happens in the NBA playoffs. But for right now, don't worry. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Time to get out of here.
Get that ring. Know what I'm saying?
El Champion. Lone Wolf. Yours truly.
It's the NBA.
Let the survival begin. Only one title. 16 teams can get it. Somebody gotta go home crying. Let the pit of misery begin. But until then, we out.